Good morning, everyone. Legend and Molly coming at you from the car because in this video, we're gonna take you on a drive through the strip, the main drag of Pigeon Forge, known as Parkway. And this has all sorts of crazy and wild attractions on it. I love roads like this. I always find them to be an absolute blast. Coming out of the national park here, you're greeted by this wonderful Welcome to Pigeon Forge sign, family vacation hub. You can see the creek over there that really runs throughout the towns of both Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg is filled with creeks. And we hit a red light, so I'll pick it up in a minute. You get greeted by about one of a million pancake cabins. There are hundreds and hundreds of those in this town. A couple of hotels. These look like newer hotels. A lot of hotels in town are pretty old. That Country Inn and Suites looks pretty new. You've got Boots. You've got an older looking hotel. Now you get some fun stuff. Over here's the track, go-karts and stuff, but I love this giant bear they have out front. They have a cool looking bumper boats over there as well. Got another big resort type hotel. Captain Jim's Seafood Buffet. We're not really big seafood people, but they do have a boat out front. All right, Unique Gifts of Pigeon Forge. I'm sure that's a classy establishment. Everybody loves a Waffle House. There is a trolley you could take in town as well. And let's see, we're getting over to one of the big dinner shows in town. This big complex here is for Dolly Parton's Stampede, which is horses and all sorts of stuff like that. I did see the Christmas version. It's a decent dinner show. I wouldn't say it's one of my favorites in town, but it's a pretty decent show. This wild-looking building here is Top Jump Trampoline Park, home to trampolines and climbing walls, open till midnight, which is really nice. That is quite the design of. Look how old this water slide looks. That looks like it will beat you up big time. In what is a very nice-looking lodge-type hotel. But dude, that water slide. This is also your turn if you are going to Dollywood. So if you're going to Dollywood or Splash Country, there's also a mountain coaster that looks pretty good over there. This is your turn. I'll see a lot of hotels, and not bad, 50 bucks. That's pretty cheap. That's cheaper than what we paid. A giant gas station. Food City. That looks like it's probably been here since Pigeon Forge started. Another big hotel, old-looking big hotel. Souvenir and gift shop, no shortage of those. All right, here is one of the souvenir shops you might want to stop in, because this one apparently has live sharks, and you enter in through a giant shark mouth. That is wonderful. And then there's one where you enter in through a bear's mouth. And a whole bunch of America stuff. It's tough. Sometimes these things come fast and furious, and there's just too much to focus on. Also, I don't know about you guys watching along at home, but for me, it makes driving on roads like this difficult because there's so much fun stuff to look at. And then I'm also, try my nuts. There's so much fun stuff to look at that I get distracted. And then I'm afraid other drivers are going to get distracted. All sauced up country fixins'. They have one of those in Gatlinburg. It's really fun. We got another big, giant go-kart track place over here. The Speed Zone. Right next to another go-kart track place. Oh, I guess they have 3 different tracks. Then they've got a sweet-looking arcade. A big slingshot. A skyscraper kind of ride. Oh, and look at this mini golf course. That is a good-looking mini golf course. Look at all the demons and stuff. Demons probably not mythical creatures. All right, inn and cabins. It is fun to stay in a cabin when you come here, especially if you got a big group of people. There are cabins to rent all over the place. They're very popular on Airbnb and places like that. We've traveled in cabins in Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge when we had a bigger group, and it is a really good time. All right, you can get some tattoos. You want to forever remember your Pigeon Forge vacation. The Moonpie General Store. Moon pies. Old-time photos, of course, a staple of tourism areas. Big Daddy's Pizzeria and Arcade. Big fun-looking hotel there. But it looks like we got more go-karts. Big-time multi-level go-karts. All rides $6 per person. That's a really good deal for go-karts. That's a really good deal. Then you got this crazy, I think, food-themed, trippy mini golf course. That looks fun. Blake Jones Racing Center indoor go-karts. Probably good when it rains. And more stuff. Looks like a bungee jump tower, a skyscraper trying to ride. A bunch of kids rides, so if you have little ones, this one might be a good stop for you. More go-karts. Country Barn gift shop. A giant gem mine kind of place. This is the Three Bears General Store. I believe there are actually bears in there, or at least there used to be. And more go-karts. There's no shortage of go-karts in this town. Sweet looking arcade. Rooster Mellocks. More hotels. Hotels aren't very fun. Not that they're not very fun. It's just, you know, when you're driving, it looks like a hotel. Now this, very fun. This restaurant here is filled with animatronic chickens that sing and dance. And it's right next to the Comedy Barn. Crazy Western looking store. And the Alcatraz East Crime Museum, which I think is a pretty odd attraction. Not gonna get to do it on this trip, but always thought about it. And this is where we're gonna turn in. We'll pick this up in a minute. We're going to go get some breakfast at the island, which is a big kind of shopping and dining entertainment district. If you think similar like a downtown Disney kind of place, that's kind of the idea. That Alcatraz looks fun. And we're back as we go past the Margaritaville Island Inn, which looks nice. If you're not familiar with the island of Pigeon Forge, it's you know, like downtown Disney type area. We went for Paula Deen's breakfast, which was amazing. Here is the Pirates Voyage, one of the big dinner theaters in town. It's a Dolly Parton show. It's really good. We saw this show in Myrtle Beach. Yeah. Same kind of idea. You see some rides up in the distance. Those are not open yet, and the Ferris wheel is from the island at Pigeon Forge. And you got a bank. That's not very interesting. You got another mountain hotel. Looks like you have a satellite location here for goats on the roof with live baby goats, which is interesting. Goats on the Roof is a very unique attraction in town. It is this is exactly what it sounds like. They have goats on a roof and you can feed them with all sorts of wacky devices. There's also a mountain coaster over there. It's a good one too. You got a closed down Payless shoe source. And then you get another one of the track locations. This one with a lot of kiddie rides. And a shoe. And a pumpkin. A big old go-kart track. And another go-kart track. And some like sky coaster kind of things, or bungee jumping. Then we get more mini golf over here. This one doesn't look like one of the better ones. A little baby elephant's cute. Safari Jeep. All right, this building over here, I believe, is Magi Quest. Yes, which is something I've actually never done. I've always kind of wanted to. I think Molly would love it, being a big Harry Potter fan, because it is medieval and wizard spells and that kind of stuff. You got a mellow mushroom with some cool tables outside. This hotel is the Inn at Christmas Place, which is a big Christmas kind of village over there on the other side of the street. I think Drew the Intern stayed here once, and I think they do free cookies at a certain hour, and he said they were really good. Pretty nice looking hotel there, really fancy looking. A bullfish grill. Look at that statue they have out front. Then you get some stuff that is not quite as interesting, but very important. Like, yeah, everyone might need a CVS during their vacation. We stopped in one in Gatlinburg. Got a sign here for some interesting stuff. The Biblical Times Dinner Theater and a Native American restaurant. Interesting. Another snazzy looking hotel over there. The Grand Smokies Resort Lodge. You got a buffet with a fake moose out front. And more fake animals up front. Cracker Barrel, which I mentioned is very popular here. And then you get King Kong. This is the Hollywood Wax Museum complex, which has a whole bunch of different things in there, from obviously a big wax museum to I think there's like a haunted house and a hall of mirrors, all that kind of fun stuff. Yeah, and in those wacky looking buildings over there. Another dinner show theater over there. All right, moving on. Dunkin' Donuts. Armada, that's probably not what you want to see in this video. Ah, here we go. That sounds odd. The Local Goat New American Restaurant. Holy crap, what are they building here? Oh, it looks like one of those hanging mountain coasters next to like outdoor summer tubing. That looks cool. Oh man, that's gonna be awesome. Civil War Theater, and we're stopping here at Beyond the Lens Family Fun, which is a National Enquirer museum. I don't know what this is, but we're gonna give it a whirl. We'll see you back on the road in a minute. Back on the road, that place was pretty weird. Pretty weird indeed. All right, I think we're getting towards the end of the strip over here. I don't think there's too much left. All right, another old looking hotel. There are a lot of like off-brand hotels here as well. Like normally we always try and stay in like a brand name, but there is a lot of off-brand stuff. Like Microtel. That's where we're staying in Gatlinburg, is at a Microtel. Here's another old-timey photo place. I'm wondering, like, how do all those old-timey photo places stay in business? Like, how many do they sell a day? A scenic helicopter tour would be cool. That's the first one of those I've seen, and that, like, doing that in the Smoky Mountains would be pretty neat. This is a, I had no idea As Seen on TV stores were still a thing. But I guess they are still a thing. It looks like we're crossing towns now, entering Sevierville. I think that's how we say that, Molly? Yeah. So that means we are almost at the end of the strip. There's a giant chicken there. I know there's normally for me the strip always starts around the NASCAR Speed Park and the Rainforest Adventures. This guy's doing too slow. He doesn't know if he wants McDonald's or what he wants. He doesn't want McDonald's. He wants something else. Maybe CC's Pizza. Maybe a chiropractor. Looks like we're passing by another Chocolate Monkey, which is a wonderful, wonderful candy store. Let's see, what do we have here? Nagano Japanese Grill, a Chipotle, and Outback. Outback Steakhouse. Like, I guess, did Outback Steakhouse get a new logo?
Yeah, maybe, I think that's been their logo.
Ah, well, I am out of the loop when it comes to Outback Steakhouse. All right, Tanger Outlets. So if you're doing shopping, this looks very, very crowded here. Like, there is nowhere to park over there. Oh, Old McDonald Farm Mini Golf. That looks adorable. Yep, I think we're just about at the end of that strip over here. We've got a Joe's Crab Shack, and there is that NASCAR Speed Park. Here we go, going past that NASCAR Speed Park, which does have rides. There is a roller coaster there, but it's like, I think it's like $40 or something to go there. So it would be like one of your more expensive roller coaster credits you could ever get for like a little kid's roller coaster. We've got a Gravitron and then a whole bunch of NASCAR themed go-kart tracks. A pretty big place. Doesn't look super modern. Like some of the stuff you see is like really eye-catching and cool. This one is definitely not that. I believe up these hills is also the Rainforest Zoo, which is kind of like a miniature reptile-based zoo. Oh, and there's a winery as well. Well, that'll do it for this side of the strip. We'll come back to you once we're on the other side of the strip to see a whole bunch of more fun here in the Pigeon Forge area. Now in the car heading the other way, and I had no idea there was a Dave & Buster's here. It's back behind that Logan's Roadhouse. There it is. It's pretty big too. Now coming at you from the other side of the road, this is you know, on the Parkway heading towards the national park. There is a lot of traffic on the road right now, so we will probably be, you know, stopping and starting the video a couple different times when things get more exciting and less exciting. Nice pool at this hotel, the Oak Tree Lodge. Little water slide, kids splash area. Like, that's pretty nice. If you had kids, that's a fun time. Here's a adventure park zip lines. Yeah, you can still be ziplining right there. Cool. Five Oaks Farm Kitchen. That looks like a neat restaurant. Gigantic restaurant. One thing you notice, a lot of cool pools at these hotels. Like a lot of splash areas, a lot of water slides. It's like you got an old stable over here that's no longer used. Kind of weird when you're driving the trip and you see like big patches of empty stuff, knowing just how full up a lot of this thing is. Big Daddy's Pizzeria, that's a fun name. There was one of those coming the other way and it had an arcade attached to it. Old style Wendy's.
Old style Walgreens.
Yes. This turn here is where you go to the Apple Barn, a popular restaurant and winery up there. We're not going to get there on this trip. I know it was something we were talking about doing, just you know, there's never enough time to do everything. So we cross over the Little Pigeon River. Now you get greeted by some of like the big time touristy stuff in Pigeon Forge on this side of the road. A welcome center if you need to get some brochures and things like that. And then you're hit with the Smoky Mountain Opry. You got a Hard Rock Cafe, a giant Hard Rock Cafe, and then WonderWorks. WonderWorks is the giant upside down building there. I believe there's also a magic show in WonderWorks and a couple other things. They used to have like a hot air balloon here, and I don't think they have that anymore, which is sad because that was cool. You've got a big old giant sign for WonderWorks. Guy walking around with a shirt on. WonderWorks, one of the cooler buildings. All right, here's Hatfield and McCoy's Dinner Feud. One of the best shows in town for like a dinner time show. Love the wacky architecture on it too. Like very cartoony country architecture. That's fun. We've seen that before. It was very, very good. Very country. And the Titanic Museum. If you haven't done this before, it's actually pretty good. It's very, very well done. Like, it looks cheesy on the outside, but as far as experiences go, it's really nice. I do love how they have like, it makes it look like the ship is that I just got mom butt. I just zoomed in on mom, but that was not what I wanted to do. I wanted to show off that, how it looks like the ship is moving. And then the ship hits an iceberg. And then you get the backside of the show building. But the Titanic experience, that's pretty neat. Got another shot there, that inverted mountain coaster thing they're building. Like, that is going to be a lot of fun. The Mountain Valley Winery looks pretty nice. And they're expanding. Free wine tastings, always a good time. Here's another view of that Hollywood Wax Museum. That like a Mount Rushmore of celebrities, and then King Kong. Pretty cool design on that place. Also, I love the architecture on the other part that's attached to it. I think it's like the mirror maze and stuff is over there, but the car in the way, car in the way, car in the way, like those cool wizardy spires and stuff like that. Aunt May's Vapory, home of slug juice. What on earth is that? Interesting. Go get your CBD products here. It's all the rage nowadays. Here is the Grand Majestic Dinner Theater, home to the Soul of Motown show. Look at that car. Another old-timey resort. Really neat sign here for Uncle Lem's Outfitters with the big truck on top. Here is the Christmas place, which is this like charming Christmas style village. See Santa hanging out over there on the balcony. Really pretty looking little place. I'm assuming it's all like Christmas shops and that kind of thing. Harpo and Harry's Crab House is a giant restaurant. Like, look at that balcony. Cool spot to taking a view up there. Coming up on the right-hand side over here is Paula Dean's Lumberjack Feud, which is a show they do all about lumberjacks. There's also a ropes course, and it looks like they're building some sort of crazy zipline style roller coaster thing. That looks super fun. Right behind that is the Tomb, which I believe is like a family escape room of some type in a giant Egyptian pyramid. But that roller coaster thing, that looks like it's going to be really fun. This store here looks like it just sells different types of pants. Oh man, this one's different. China and Gift Mart. And then a factory outlet for Christmas. Complete with very fat Santa. We've got a well done up Firehouse Subs. The millionth beef jerky outlet I've seen this trip. Souvenir store. Sweet Frog. Pancake Cavern. And a very large boot. Very large boot. More go-karts over here. At the laser port. Look at that guy popping out the front. Alright guys, we're now coming up to one of the crowning achievements here in all of Pigeon Forge. The Jurassic Jungle boat ride. If you've never done it before, it's something. I love it. I'm a dark ride guy, and it's so bad it's good. It's in that big building there. If it's don't go in expecting, you know, a Disney or Universal quality attraction. Go in expecting, look at that cute little dog. Go in expecting something that you and your buddies might giggle your way through, and you're gonna have a good time. But it's like 15 bucks. You could rent some of these crazy vehicles. Be a fun time. And we stopped again. You got a little Dolly's factory store. I don't know what that really is. Smoky Mountain Candy Factory sounds fun. Bennett's Pit Barbecue. This is a restaurant I don't think we're going to get to, but it came highly recommended by a bunch of people. Alright, you got some more motels, a Super 8. Oh, looks like we got fun mini golf. Professor Hacker's Lost Treasure Golf. Yes, this is a good one. I believe you take like a little like train or something to get up to the top of that one. But that's a pretty wild looking course. Alamo Steakhouse, another one that's came very highly reviewed from a lot of people. And then we've got indoor skydiving. Extreme racing. That looks very shiny. Coming up over here is Huck Finn's Catfish. All you can eat is catfish and chicken. But look at that statue. Alright, we've got another gift shop with live alligators. Doesn't really seem like a Smoky Mountain thing. Like that seems like, you know, a cheesy iDrive attraction back home in Florida. You can tell we're getting close to the end. We're back to the turn for Dollywood. A 2-level KFC. That's an interesting thing to have in this town. Thomas Kincaid Gallery and Gifts. An adorable sign for a pancake house with little bears. And that kind of reaches us towards the end of the strip here. You do have this crazy looking dome thing up there with, I guess, zip lines in it. And then right beyond that is the National Park, which means we're done with driving this trip here in Pigeon Forge. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this adventure through the strip. If you're planning your trip to Pigeon Forge, hopefully this gave you some info on just some of the attractions that you might be able to find here in the wackiness of this crazy road. I want to thank Molly for driving and doing a good job in some pretty horrible traffic here. And thank you guys for watching. Oh man, like a German beer tavern? Authentic German brew house. There we go. We are ending with a bang. All right, we're heading back to our hotel in Gatlinburg. Go shoot some more videos over there.